In this journey that I've been taking with you, I quite often ask myself if I am a true entrepreneur. It's a silly question, and I'm not sure if there is a single answer to this, but it's something that I question. Am I just pretending? Am I just a wannabe entrepreneur? Or am I going to make it? Can I call myself an entrepreneur? And quite often I compare myself with the other entrepreneurs I know. Some of them I even interviewed in this podcast. And one thing that I see different is quite often the other entrepreneurs won't be afraid to invest their own money. And a lot of this money. If we take for instance the sailing Frenchman Hugo from one of my interviews, he invested 20k of his own money just to fund his project, the sailing project, the racing. And if we take Giuseppe, for instance, another interview that I did, he invested maybe 10, 20k in building his own app without knowing if it will ever make money. The same with João, when he invested 15k in his cookie dough business. I don't know if I got what it takes to invest that money. I'm afraid. Should I do it? Is that what distinguishes true entrepreneurs from wannabes? They actually, go all in. I was chatting with a friend, his name is SJ, and he was making the right question. So I wanted to share here a little bit of that conversation. Keep in mind that we were walking and it was raining, so the sound is not great, but I think it's worth to listen.
Wait.
I'm here speaking with my buddy SJ, and he's doing the right questions.
If you invest 5k today, what are you losing? Do you lose your runway of how long you can run? Or do you lose the motivation that I don't think I can keep running this even after spending 5k? So, what are the things that you lose after having 5k gone from your account?
I have to say that I never connected runway with actually running. If you have a shorter runway, you cannot run as long. I don't know, I always connected with airplanes or stuff. But anyways, it's back to the point. I think SJ is really nailing the question here. I mean, what will I lose? Isn't it worth it? Because in the end, we're actually speaking about investing in design. And if it costs 5k, would I actually, go into debt? No, I have that money. I can actually invest it. Of course, that this will shorten my runway. I would probably have less time to invest in my projects. But in general, if I'm just wasting time and if I can spend 5k to actually see if this product and this app will be something, maybe it's worth investing. But then he made another question.
Do you think interface is your problem? Or do you think the user problem you're trying to solve is a problem? Do you think for the same user base, if you give a better interface, you will drive engagement 10 times more than what they do right now?
Yeah.
You think that? You believe that? Right?
I believe that. I don't know, but SJ just made the $1 million question. Do you think that this investment will bring more users and increase engagement and increase the number of products people buy? And given that this investment is actually a design investment, I answered yes. I really believe that design will help amplify the impact of the app. I'm sure that design is not the reason why people will use or not use the app. I think the feature and the product is more important. But yeah, if you see an app that is not well designed, you will not take it as seriously, right? So I think that by having a better design, I will actually amplify my engagement. I will amplify the potential of the app. But the question is, do I have a big enough target group to actually make money? Even the top climate change app, Earth Hero, they only have 10k downloads. 10k, that's really, really not a lot. And I know it's a big problem. I know that a lot of people are worried about climate change. The question is, can I be the app that makes the interface between people and climate change and help people feel less hopeless? I don't know about that. And I don't know if I'm ready to spend 5K. So what I'm doing now is I will still invest in design. I'll be talking with my friend João Amaro that I interviewed. He's an excellent designer, and we'll be working together in improving the current design of the app. I won't invest too much resources, I won't change the functionalities, I will just make it prettier, and I'll see if I can actually amplify the impact of change it. This was the episode of today. This was Wannabe Entrepreneur. I highly recommend for you, if you haven't already, to go and listen to the interviews I referred in the beginning of this episode. They're really worth it. I will link them in the description for you, and see you tomorrow.